Everyone. Welcome to the daily energy update for Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Happy Leo full moon day. If you would like to get all of the information that I did for the Leo full moon, I'm laughing because I was really passionate in the Leo full moon reading, like very, very passionate. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, um, it'll be linked at the end of this video. So yeah, go ahead and watch that. But we have, we're coming into this day with the Leo full moon, and you probably already know what it is that this full moon is bringing up for you. And if you give yourself an opportunity to slow down enough to be aware of what the full moon is bringing up for you, it's going to be good. Like, it's not going to feel good, you guys. I'm sorry. It's just not. Chiron's involved and there's a square. Let's look at this. Like, it's not going to feel, it already doesn't feel good. Like I'm doing this on Wednesday, right? The day before the full moon, and it already doesn't feel good. So, it is what it is. I know, I hate it when people say that too. All right, so Leo full moon happening about 10:53 in the morning for mountain time. So that's noon. Well, it's 1 p.m. for Eastern, and 9:50, so like 10 a.m. Yeah, for sorry. I'm like trying to see a clock in my head. Ridiculous. And you can see that as the full moon is happening, we also have Mars square Chiron exact. And Mercury is just behind Mars. Like Mars and Mercury are going to conjoin this week as well. This is that I want to get things done now. I want to get things done now. I want to get things done now. I was talking with a friend today, one of my favorite people who's ever been put on this planet. And we were talking about how like we just want to, like, we know what is on the other side. Like we know what's happening. We know what's supposed to be happening. We know what's on the other side. We just want to get there already. And there's like roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And that's what it feels like right now. And I feel like the energy that's opening up with this square to Chiron, because it's all the fears, right? Like Chiron shows you all of your fears so that you can conquer them, so that you can become stronger. It's not about being a victim to what has happened to you or the trauma or the wounds or the things or the whatever, right? It's not about that. It's about becoming whole. And Chiron helps you to become whole. And this is one of those full moons where we're being shown how we feel inadequate in our lives. And so, if you're crying a lot right now, we have two T squares happening here. One T square, we've got Mars T squared to the nodes loosely. And then we have Jupiter T square to the moon and to the moon and sun, right? To the full moon happening, the moon and the sun. So we have two, so it's tense. Things are really tense right now. And it feels like it's a pressure cooker, and then you release, and then it's like the pressure cooker builds up again, and then you release, and then the pressure cooker fills up again. And it's making space, and it's helping to build space to create. Because you do know, right? And if you don't know what's on the other side, that will become clear pretty quickly, right? Like it's not, when we make space in our life, it's kind of amazing and magical. Like when we allow ourselves to feel all of those ways that we've held ourselves back because we're fearful for doing things. It helps us to make space for the future, right? It helps us to make space for what really, it helps us to make space to nourish ourselves. I did a Rumi card today for Twitter, and it was, and I don't know, I just started doing these Rumi cards regularly, and it was about, you know, stop thinking so much, and start feeling. And that's what Leo is all about. It's about feeling it, expressing the feelings, right? Feeling it, the passion, right? And when there's no space for that because you're overthinking all of the ways that things could go wrong, you know, because it's gone wrong in the past, or all of the ways this, or all of the ways that, or whatever, right? It's hard to get out of our own way. Right after the full moon, we have the moon will square Jupiter, which we can see happening here. There's just so much happening. Mars is square Chiron, Mercury is square Chiron. So a lot of heightened awareness of your own personal wounds. A lot of awareness of knowing where you want to emotionally heal and emotionally show up for yourself. And rise, right? Continue to show up and continue to rise. And this is a great time to practice emotional maturity. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. It's a great time to practice emotional maturity. That's been a big lesson for me this year. To not allow my toddler self become in charge of conversations just because I didn't like what I was hearing. Emotional maturity. It's a beautiful thing. It's really peaceful. Emotional maturity is really peaceful. It's incredible. I'm like, my heart is just expanding. That's the thing, is once you, because I did a huge purge today, and once you purge for this full moon, your heart space is going to expand in ways that you know, it's a catalyst for so many of us to like step into that strength and that power, you know, and become who we're meant to be, right, in this lifetime. And it really does. It's going to be a beautiful energy after the painful existence that we all, you know, it's like we just got to get out of our own ways, get out of that ego. Here, let's get a card. Let's get a oracle card, the Sacred Traveler. For the Leo full moon, really. All right. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. And Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Absolutely. And really, both of these guys are journeying through the moonlight. And that's huge, you know, like really, this is exactly what I'm talking about, because that's what that is what it feels like. It feels like crossing a bridge. That's what this full moon feels like in a lot of ways. And even whether you know what's coming on the other end, and none of us really know, you know, what's coming. We just kind of have like an idea or a vision, or like an awareness of what's next, right? Of what's supposed to be happening next. We sort of just have this awareness. You know, it's a really great reminder to have faith, because things are going to shift and change really fast. I think so. Yeah, these are really good cards for this. Definitely a time for healing, definitely a time for connecting things and releasing, and having faith that no matter what happens after this, no matter what comes after this, everything's going to be okay. So I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a really great Thursday, full moon day. and take good care of yourself. Bye.